When Hezekiah heard what the servant of Sennacherib said about God, he sent to Isaiah the prophet, requesting that Isaiah pray to God for the people of Jerusalem. Isaiah sent word back that God would cause Sennacherib to return to his own land, where he would fall by the sword. Sennacherib returned from his war against the kingdom of Judah because he heard that the king of Cush was marching against him. But before he marched away, he sent another message to Hezekiah, doubling down on his blasphemy against God. Sennacherib mocked God and claimed that his successes showed that God had no power to stop him. God responds by saying that he determined before Sennacherib was born, yeah, I'm having trouble pronouncing that name, that Sennacherib would do all of these things about which Sennacherib boasted. And now, because Sennacherib had boasted and raged against God, God was going to guide and direct Sennacherib in the same way that a farmer guides and directs a horse or an oxen back the way in which he had come. This is a warning to those who rage against God today, who think their personal accomplishments mean that God cannot stand against their will. In the same way that God knew Sennacherib's sitting down and his comings and his goings, he knows ours. We have a choice. We can rage against God or we can surrender to his will. We will face the consequences of our choice, whichever we make. I debated about what else I would write, if anything at all. I decided I wanted to contrast Manasseh, Hezekiah's son, with Ahaz, Hezekiah's father. Here, the writer describes the sins of which Manasseh was guilty as the same as the ones which his grandfather committed. Yet the writer told us that Ahaz did not do what was right in the eyes of the Lord his God. But here he tells us that Manasseh did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. Notice that for all of his sin, the Lord was still Ahaz's God, but he was not Manasseh's God. Ahaz had done evil in the ways that he worshiped God, but he still sought to honor and worship God. Manasseh had not only practiced the evil forms of worship which Ahaz had performed, he also chose to defile God's holy temple by dedicating it to the worship of other gods, to turn away from God. After Ahaz, Hezekiah turned the people of Judah back towards God, and the destruction of Judah was not inevitable. After Manasseh, the destruction of Judah was inevitable. It could be delayed by a revival, as we will see in tomorrow's passage, but it could no longer be avoided.